Welcome, FNusa57 here. Once again, I'm back on my Xbox Series X. Today, we're going to have a slightly bit of a different video for you because I have to highlight it from stream, but I want to show you how to quickly complete the new Call of Duty Endowment You Assist Veterans event, or UAV event, that just started. It's basically a 14-day event. You have to do a series of challenges in order to unlock some rewards, and the last reward is going to be the Blazon Camo. Personal preference on whether you like it or not. I'm a zombies player, so we're going to do these challenges in zombies, even though the event challenges can be mixed up between zombies, MW3 multiplayer, and warzone, so you can do some or all of them in whatever game mode you want. We're going to focus just on the challenges, how to get them done, and how to get them done quickly, specifically in zombies. The first challenge for a UAV calling card is to destroy 5 counter UAVs in mercenary camps. Pretty easy. The second challenge is easy but annoying because you have to successfully exfil 10 times from the game, and that gives you this little sticker, or emblem, I should say. And then the third challenge is open 60 caches. That takes a little bit of time, but is super easy to do. You have to also use the Pack-a-Punch machine a total of 20 times. This is for the double weapon XP token. Then for our 5th challenge, you have to revive 20 teammates with Quick Revive active. For the 6th challenge, it's extremely easy. Extract 36,000 total essence. And the last challenge is sell 700 essence worth of items at buy stations. So we'll jump in game and show you exactly how to do all of these. It will take multiple matches if you are going to go for the challenge for successfully exfilling 10 times. So I suggest comboing that with the double weapon XP challenge of Pack-a-Punching 20 times. And maybe try to combo this with like getting Golden Enigma or something else unlocked, because if you're using a tombstone, you will lose your tombstone, which kind of sucks for this. In this particular case, the multiplayer challenge instead is to get 40 operator assists. Depending on your skill, it may actually be harder to get the operator assists than just operator kills, but personal preference at the end of the day. So, moving into gear, the only couple tips that I can give you is to try to be as efficient as possible and combo these event challenges while doing things like unlocking attachments, leveling up guns, or most importantly, unlocking Golden Enigma / Golden Ivory for your weapons, if you still need to do that, because obviously they will force you to exfil from the game successfully. So if you're doing this with a tombstone, again, say goodbye to the tombstone. The only thing you can really do to make this easier on yourself is to bring in an operator that has a higher containment level. If you bring in an operator that is at least 75 on the containment level, you'll start with 5,000 essence. You could go into the game, make a beeline sprint to the Pack-a-Punch machine, Pack-a-Punch your weapon, and then make a beeline sprint to the Exfill and go ahead and exfil, and you won't lose or need to really bring in anything with you. So that is one way that you could do that. If you have over 100 exfil streak, then you will have 20% off of the Pack-a-Punch cost and make that even more efficient. Alright, while we're here, I want to take a look at these challenges a little bit out of order, but just so you folks know, since we spawned in a good place, one of the challenges is open 60 caches that we'll be doing, and if you look on the map right here, it's the main bazaar in the coordinates H6. This is going to be the place to go to for opening caches right off the bat. This thing is absolutely insane when it comes to the amount of loot that you can get. So obviously it can be any type of cache that you need, but if you go through this area, both on the inside and the outside in the little stalls, there are tons of spots for you to actually open something. So you can see my challenge is at 1 of 60. We can open the cash register, and unfortunately, it's a little bit delayed on the tracking, so you might first think that something doesn't actually count, but in fact, it does. You can open anything, boxes, cash registers. It doesn't actually have to say cash on it. It just has to be something that you can walk up to and press X to loot it. So just keep doing that while you're going through the games that you're playing where you have to exfill, and just go to literally anything that has the option for you to press X on it to loot, and simply loot the item. This bazaar has tons of little boxes and tons of cash registers. They're scattered around, and you can get quite a few loot interactions just going through both sides of the bazaar. It's going to be a popular place that people are going to go for looting items, so do keep that in mind, that this may, of course, already be looted, and if the option to loot is not there because the item has already been opened, then that will not count for that challenge. So you can see just after a quick bit of looting, we're already at 11 of 60. Alright, now once you're in game, when it comes to the easiest challenge of selling 750 worth of items to a buy station, what you want to do is simply go through the world, and as you're looting stuff, just kind of pick up everything. It can be small items, they can be large items, it really just depends on what you have and how lucky you are. Then make your way to a buy station and go to the buy station, go to sell. You can sell individual items. Most of the items aren't worth much, like, you know, maybe 20, 80 points a piece. It's not really anything super awesome. You also have the option to just hit sell all if you don't have any junk items that you actually want to keep. And once you do that, bam, 750, challenge done. Call of Duty endowment for selling 750 essence to a buy station. It's honestly super easy to do. It just requires a little bit of backpack space in order to actually get done. So that's another easy challenge. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now for the Revive 20 Teammates with Quick Revive challenge, I'm going to show you a neat little trick for it. So basically what you need to do is you need to go buy the blue Quick Revive perk. It's like 2k if you don't have the containment level discount. And then you need to either find some teammates that will go down and you can revive them. But that can obviously be a problem if either A, you don't have teammates, or B, they don't go down, or C, they just go down and leave the game. Or if you like to play solo, there is a trick that will let you get this done easily. Find yourself some cash, farm up some cash, or farm up some self-revives. Find yourself a couple of very willing participant zombies to help you with this, and then just let them down you. After they're done smacking your ass, simply use your self-revive, going from reviving while downed, not dead, so that you still have the quick revive perk, and after you've done that 20 times, or a combination of those methods 20 times, wham bam bam damn, done. There is your challenge completion. Super easy to do. There's the challenge for extracting 36,000 essence done. Like I mentioned, it can be very easily done in a single match or over multiple matches. For our next challenge, it's going to be slightly more difficult. This is the one that's probably the most difficult. It's destroy 5 counter UAVs that are in mercenary camps. So the easiest way to do it, in my opinion, is to bring in the launcher, the Stormender. But it doesn't really matter what launcher or what weapon you bring in. What you'll want to do is locate these little triangle-looking camp symbols around the map. And those are the mercenary camps. When you get close enough, then all you need to do is go into the camp and look for this little flying counter UAV. It flies really low to the ground. And if you're using the Stormender, it's like 1 or 2 shots with the Stormender to go ahead and drop the counter UAV. But of course you can literally use any weapon that you want in order to do this with. These guys will shred your armor really freaking quickly, so you kind of have to be careful of that. I already used my self-revive, and you shouldn't only have the storm ender, because if you only have the storm ender, yeah, your life's gonna kind of get a little bit difficult dealing with everything else. But so other than the dying part, that's what you need to do. As you can see, we're now at 1 of 5. I do recommend that you go ahead and kill all of the mercenaries in the mercenary camp. And the reason behind this is quite simple. The mercenary camp will disappear from the map once you've killed all of the mercenaries. If you kill all of the mercenaries before actually destroying the counter UAV, though, the counter UAV will automatically be destroyed and, in my testing, not count towards this challenge. But this way, other people don't go to the same mercenary camp thinking that there is a counter UAV there that they can destroy, and then are sorely disappointed when there's no counter UAV there. So repeat that process 5 times to easily finish that challenge. Another thing I should mention about the counter UAVs, you can see them off in the distance, but if you go into the TAC map, in the full map, open the full map and zoom in on the map, you will sometimes see, it's a little annoying when there's zombies hitting you, but you can actually see a little tiny white dot going around in circles. So like if I unmark that, you can see this little white dot moving around, and that little white dot is the actual counter UAV. So just a quick tip for you, if you're looking at merc camps on the map and you don't see one of those little white dots when you're fully zoomed in, chances are some unscrupulous soul has gone to that merc camp and simply sniped the counter UAV out of existence. Because especially if you're using the storm ender or a sniper rifle, you can really destroy those things at a very long range and then just run away. But obviously, please don't do that. Please, if you're going for this challenge, actually clear the merc camp out completely so that, well, no one else is stuck there going, I don't know if this is real or not. Whole bunch of zombies just chilling right there. Free armor plates, I like it. Pack 1 crystal. Not what I needed. There we go. We got the open 60 caches, so even opening the ether rift counts as opening a cache. That is one-shot kill on that UAV. So there's our 5th UAV challenge, 5th one that we destroyed. Challenge completed for the UAV event. Now we just have to make sure that we actually kill all the mercenaries in here so that the camp disappears and people don't get confused by the fact that there's still a camp on the map.
Fucking hell! Decoy grenade out!
So basically, like I mentioned earlier, when it comes to the challenge for successfully exfilling from the game, if you don't just get that challenge naturally by playing out zombies matches, because 10 matches, if you played all of them out, could take you, well, you know, 10 hours plus. What you want to do is simply go into the game and combo this with getting your pack-a-punches by running to a pack-a-punch machine. If you have a character that starts with a containment level of at least 75, then you'll get a starting amount of 5,000 essence. And you can just run up to the pack-a-punch and go ahead and smack it. Get your pack-a-punch on your weapon, and then make a beeline to the nearest exfil point. You don't have to do any contracts or anything. Just make a beeline to the exfil point, and then call in the helicopter. As you can see, I'm at 9 of 10 successful exfils right now, and we have 13 of 20 uses on the pack-a-punch machine. Which currently, by the way, using a pack-a-punch crystal on a weapon to pack-a-punch it does actually count after a couple of seconds as using the pack-a-punch machine. As you can see, now I'm at 14 of 20 for using that pack-a-punch crystal. Unfortunately, it is each crystal used, so if you have a level 1 crystal or if you have a level 3 crystal, it doesn't matter. Whatever crystal you use, it's going to count 1 time towards your 20 pack-a-punches. But this way you don't have to run around and farm up as much essence to do it. If you pack a punch 2 guns once each time you go in to get your 10 exfills, then you will be done with both challenges at the same time. Otherwise, if you're like me, you'll still have pack punches left that you have to do. So like right now I need 6 pack-a-punches, and basically the easiest way to do that is again bring in 2 weapons and then just get wall buy weapons and pack-a-punch them up after getting a bit of currency. So upon leaving the match, you can see that I completed the Call of Duty Endowment You Assist Veterans challenge there for 10 successful exfills, and now all we need are the pack-a-punch attempts. Alright, so here we are for our very final challenge that we need, which is the last pack-a-punch. So use the pack-a-punch machine 20 times. This is the longer of the challenges, but if you took my advice and comboed it with the successful exfills, you should be basically done or about done with it at this point. If you do need help, what you need to do is you need to locate a pack-a-punch machine, and you need to be able to pack-a-punch. The base value pack level 1 costs 5,000, level 2 is 10,000, level 3 is 15,000, and you have to go to the equivalent threat zone in order to pack-a-punch your gun multiple times. With that being said, for this challenge you can also use raw Ethereum crystals, refined Ethereum crystals, or flawless Ethereum crystals. However, just bear in mind that the level of the crystal does not matter. When you use a crystal, it counts as 1 for the challenge. So if you had 3 crystals in your inventory, a raw Ethereum, so a pack 1 crystal, a pack 2 crystal, and a pack 3 crystal, if you used the pack 1 crystal on the gun, then used the pack 2 on the same gun, and then used the pack 3, it would count as 3 interactions of using the pack-a-punch machine for the challenge, but obviously it would waste 3 crystals, so just bear that in mind. You can come into the game, do a contract or 2, get the currency, go to the pack-a-punch, and then go ahead and pay the price to pack-a-punch your gun, or you can bring in a crystal or find crystals, farm crystals, whatever you want to do. Go ahead and use the crystal, wait a couple seconds, and bam, there's your Blazin' Unlock camo, because that was the last challenge that I needed. So we just completed the Call of Duty Endowment You Assist Veterans, and now you can do basically whatever you want to do in the game after that. Congratulations, you are finally free from exfilling a ridiculous number of times for an event. To the game, as you can see, everything is done. Call of Duty Endowment You Assist Veterans, or UAV event, all challenges completed. The new weapon camo is unlocked. I'll show you what that weapon camo looks like, just for anybody who is interested and has actually made it to the end of the video here. The worst challenge by far is the challenge for exfilling from the game 10 times. You can see I did all of them in zombies, so I wasn't joking about doing that all in zombies. I'll go ahead and equip this camo just so that you can get a idea for what it is. Find folks ready to see what this ridiculous camo is that we just worked 8 hours to get? It is actually under events. I just went right past it. There is the Blazon camo. So, yeah, it's animated. I'm not sure animating this camo actually was a good idea. That looks kind of bad. Maybe it's better on another weapon. I'll show you in game what it looks like, but I don't have high hopes for it, right? Alright, so getting into the game, Blazon. Nah, I'm not really feeling this camo. It is what it is, though. Hopefully you guys at least found the guide helpful. If you did, smash the like button on the video. If you're watching it over there on YouTube, possibly consider leaving a nice spicy comment on it. Maybe subscribe for more content. I'll do my best to help you guys out. If you need help, just let me know. Till next time, my brothers and sisters thy legion, you know the drill. Stay frosty.